The White House mulling an executive order to shut down the Department of Education.
And President Trump says he wants every state education department to operate independently.
What I want to do is let the states run schools. I believe strongly in school choice, but in addition to that, I want the states to run schools.
This move could mean major cuts to Georgia's education system, and Atlanta News First reporter Brittany Ford is live at the state capitol with more.
Well, yeah, the U.S. Department of Education oversees a multitude of critical programs and funding here in Georgia. This would have devastating effects on Title I schools that rely heavily on federal funding.
It's very concerning that anyone would want to take resources from our public school students.
That's a reaction from Georgia Association of Educators President Lisa Morgan on the potential for federal funding education cuts.
Resources going away, programs going away.
The Trump administration is poised to consider an executive order that would defund the U.S. Department of Education, ending some programs and shifting others to parts of the government. The move is a part of a campaign spearheaded by Elon Musk and his allies to reduce the size of the government workforce. Morgan says a federal funding cut of this size would drastically affect low-income students and the teachers who serve them.
My students need a nutritious breakfast and lunch each day. We need to be able to offer after-school tutorial to help those students who need a little extra help.
The Georgia Department of Education sent this statement saying in part the abolition of the U.S. Department of Education would require an act of Congress with specific provisions regarding the roles, programs, funding streams, and authority of state education agencies outlined in the legislation. Until such legislation is passed, any discussion remains hypothetical. If and when an executive order is signed, Morgan says,
we have to have Congress stand up for our students, our educators, and their families.
Now, these potential policy cuts could affect things like federal financial aid, non-discriminatory policies in the classroom, and teacher development training. Reporting live at the state capitol, Brittany Ford, Atlanta News First.